So yeah, this is the Button Box Lake Campground in Cook, Minnesota. And this is one of several campgrounds in the George Washington State Forest. Alright, we're at the Button Box Lake Campground. We're going to do a quick drive through, a pre-scout, take a glance, and then pop out and take a closer look. dirt road leading up to here was pretty good, but this dirt road is kind of brutal, so I'm taking it easier on this dirt road. It's more of a rock road. Alright, so this looks like the entry to the campground. There's a little bit of a drive in, so we're going to drive through, do a quick pre-scout, and then come back, pop out, and take a closer look. This road is a lot nicer. This part of the road is really crazy, very rutty. This reminds me of Carly State Park right here. Sure, you could pop out a tie rod pretty easily probably if you weren't careful. That's a day use area down there. Had we gone straight, not taken a left to go in here, we would have ended up down there, which is the boat launch area. I suppose we could take a glance at the public access part real quick. boat trailer parking in here. There's a fire pit down there too. Okay, we're gonna go to the beginning of the campground here. We're gonna find a place to park and pop out. And we're gonna go take a look at the sites closer up. Several of them are occupied, so I'll do the best I can to get a reasonable look at them. Alright, so we are at the Button Box Lake Campground, located in Cook, Minnesota. And this is one of several campgrounds located in the George Washington State Forest. Says dumpsters have been removed due to bear activity. Interesting. So the DNR website does have a really nice map of this campground. There are 2 walk-in sites here, sites 1 and 2. I'm probably interested in those 2 the most, but they appear to be occupied, unfortunately. But I'm gonna see how close I can get without being rude. Hey.
How's it going?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Okay.
Hello.
How you doing? So they got pretty good lake access down there. Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, very good. You see me rocking the boat there? Yeah, I did. I figured see what time it was.
They got a vault toilet right here. It's pretty nice. This is the parking for the walk-in sites, specifically. So those sites look pretty good from what I could see, which wasn't that much, but the only thing I'm noticing that I don't like is the parking for it, which is right along the main road here. And the remainder of these sites here are walk-in, or drive-in sites, so you can pull your vehicle right into them. It looks like there's about 12 sites total here. And the host site is right up here. You can see one of the walk-in sites from over here as well. That's gonna bother me, so if I come back here one day, I'm gonna try to polish those off and an in-depth scout of those if I can. So the campground host is using a generator, which I think is a conflict of interest. You can see those sites from over here too. I can smell the gasoline from the generator. So it'd be like camping next to an idling semi. Which is unfortunate that that culture is allowed. It's pretty potent. So I'm already kind of not too happy with this campground so far. Just personal experience, circumstances. We'll check out Site 5 here, which is a weird location for the site marker. Figure right here would make more sense, or right here. Really close to the vault toilet. That can be a good thing, but you're gonna have the traffic from the host site going towards the vault toilet. Yeah, I'm just not getting good vibes here. I was thinking this button box would be like a more of a plush. This'll do. The This'll-Do is the plushest one. This is just a pathway essentially to the other side of this loop here. Looks like that was 12 on the other side here, so that's right next to the vault toilet over there. That's the last one. Well, 6 looks promising. It is close to this site though. Pull the vehicle up to here, obviously. And you can set up a tent right there. That's awesome. I'm not a big fan though of this pathway here, so close to the site. This is a great spot for a tent. However, you are close to this pathway, which probably isn't traveled much, but you are close to this site. You have a direct path. I don't like sleeping in a tent when there's a direct path to a neighboring site, for the most part. So I'm pretty sure I would pick either of the 2 walk-in sites, but since I'm not totally sure what they look like, this one is my favorite so far. So this one, you pull the vehicle in through here probably. The best place for the tent is probably right here. Or if your vehicle isn't too long, in here. Then you are close to this site over here. And you have a path to the water though. That's nice if you don't bring your own water. You have another path here, which I don't totally understand. This is a little weird. Okay. So this looks like it brings you in to another site here. This is more in the site than it is on the main road. So you have another path from another site, which is strange. I don't even know why this would be walked or traveled, unless it was like deer or other animals that cut through there often. You just got a lot of evidence. There's a lot of vibes here. Just, I guess you could say, derelict activity. I don't want to judge too heavily, but when I encounter those guys, just heavy stench of cigarettes. Some had like the pot bellies, and I mean, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but it's just the just life experience and instincts let me know it doesn't lean in a good direction. But this is just one moment in time here, and I'm a little jealous that they were there. So when I first saw this site, I immediately thought service station, because people, they might damage their vehicle coming down these ruts, and if you're here, you might be a good crutch for them to lean on while they get help. More evidence of dereliction. Direct path. Another path. Okay. So this is my third scout of the day, and though I feel pretty fresh, I might be getting a little exhausted mentally. So that might be playing a role here. I don't think so though. I think I got pretty good senses and I know what I'm observing. This is a really cool area here. Yeah, it's cool. It's probably where those guys went fishing that left that trash there. It's a really nice day out today though here. Nice and breezy. It's not really humid. I was expecting much hotter, much more humid. Mosquitoes are still out though. Okay, now we're talking. All right. Right by a vault toilet, directly across from another site over there. More evidence of dereliction using the surrounding wood, trash. There's the road to the boat access we went on earlier. We did our pre-scout, so you'd have a little bit of traffic from there as well. There's a path also from the road up to here. Slant downward, but this would probably be a good spot for the tent. I don't like how it's in a direct view of the path, which is somewhat covered, but it's a bit slanty. The vehicle would be on a slant, which I don't like if I don't have to do. The tent there would be okay. Anywhere else you lay it, you want your head on this up here, so your legs go downward with it. But even if that's too much of an incline, things in your tent will start sliding, and it's really annoying. You'll slowly slide in your sleeping bag through the night. It's really annoying. So I'd have to say this is the one I like so far. You can hear my tone in my voice as I say that. Not bad. Even got a true north. It's almost like I was here in the winter. Not bad at all. Didn't expect that. But there's probably diapers inside of the vault toilet, based on what I've seen. The trash doesn't look like it's filled up with home litter. Okay. So the only two sites I really wanted to look at really bad are the only ones that are occupied, which is probably gives more credence to the fact that they're probably the best ones. So this is 11. We'll do 11 first and then 10. So I already started it. These tall ones are usually in the accessible sites. I do not like the tall ones. I've never used one this tall because I've never been in an accessible site. The road's right there though. People would just be right within like 8 feet of you from the bench. got a nice flat area though and a tent pad. So this is the one we walked into from that site over there. Another path here. I don't totally understand. This is a little weird. It's like 10. And these sites, it's like real sandy and just looks worn, just looks overused. It's a convenient path to the vault toilet. It just looks really overused though. It might be due to water running off. Alright, so this is crazy here. So this is a site 10. But here, there's a path. If you take this path down, you're literally right inside of this other site that we were at earlier, site 8. So the people here, they would cut down through here and through this site to get down to the lake. And it's obviously trafficked because it's cleared. And there's even like a step up here, which may not be intended. It's possible this wouldn't be used by anyone as a courtesy if this was already occupied down here. But I give that a low probability. People see the path, they assume it's normal, and they cut right through it, past your vehicle. That's really awkward. In addition to that site already being awkward, and I just finished my 118th camp trip last night. So I think it's safe to say I have a little bit of knowledge into what I'm talking about here. So this site, I would actually recommend they shut this one down, let the land recover. There's the water access from this side. Alright, site 12. This should be the last one here. That's not too cute. More evidence of dereliction. I do like this one. Good spot for a tent. not totally flat, but it's decent. I don't like the proximity to the host just because of the choice in using a generator and the odor emanating from it as well as the sound. There's a vault toilet right there. There's no sights here, so no one, more than likely, no one will cut through here to get to this vault toilet. More than likely, but it's still possible. Site 8 might do it, depending on whether or not they can cut through those other sites, if they're occupied or not. That might be giving you a little too much info, actually. Not bad. All right, so that's the last one there. So sites 1 and 2, the walk-in sites, those are the ones I really want to see. And I got a funny feeling that those are probably the best sites here. But the vehicle parking is right alongside the main road, and there's just the risk of getting sideswiped that I don't like. Also, glaring eyes, visibility, people driving by looking at it. So I wouldn't leave anything in plain view, and I would lock it, like you should always do everywhere. But here I would heavily urge you to do that. And this dirt road, well, it's more of a rock road, it's pretty rough. At least if you don't have a highly egotistical pig-headed Super Duty truck. But if you got like a sedan or something like that, a Corolla, forget about it. Go slow. So yeah, this is the Button Box Lake Campground in Cook, Minnesota. And this is one of several campgrounds in the George Washington State Forest. I had high expectations for this one based on what I've heard, especially from the intel that I got at one of the DNR workers at Scenic State Park, who I had the privilege to encounter again for the second time, the same guy. He's a nice guy. But this is the 6th campground that I've scouted at George Washington State Forest, and this is the final one that I plan on scouting. So I have scouts at 5 others. The ones that I did earlier today specifically are Cipher-Tu Lake Campground and Larson Lake Campground. And out of all the 3 that I did today, Cipher-Tu Lake Campground is, without a doubt, the best one. And it's probably one of the top state forest campgrounds. It's probably in my top 10 list. If I had one, if I started building one, it would probably make it. Might be in the top 5. But it's a good one. So yeah, I do have other scout videos of all the aforementioned. I also have scouts of 2 campgrounds in Huntersville State Forest, which is pretty near this area, relatively speaking. Also have Chengwatana State Forest, Richard J. Dorer Memorial Hardwood State Forest, Kruger Campground, which is fun to say with a mouthful of Pringles. And I also recently did 3 campgrounds in Caveto Gamma State Forest. I'm going to test out this vault toilet. And we did have some people leave, so if they did abandon camp, I'm going to try to check out one of those sites, but I don't think they did. They probably left their gear and just headed out for supplies. But stay tuned. All right, it's not bad. Pretty good. Nice and clean. Yeah, they still got gear there, so we're gonna take the L. We don't have a choice. Thanks for taking a look. Hope this helped. Journey well. Take care.